Hello everyone. In today's class we are going to discuss the part 2 of first module of research aptitude, that is types of research. First one is qualitative research. It is a method used to gain an in-depth understanding of human behavior and experiences, focusing on why and how rather than just what. In qualitative research, we mainly focus on the questions why and how rather than what. It is mainly related to understanding human behavior and experiences. It explores concepts, opinions, and experiences through non-numerical data like interview, observation, and textual analysis. In qualitative method, we mainly using non-numerical data, and it is conducted through interviews, observations, and textual analysis, etc. Second one is quantitative research. It is a systematic investigation that uses numerical data and statistical techniques to quantify the relationship between variables. In quantitative method, it as its name suggests, in this investigation we took numerical data and statistical techniques to understand the relationship between variables. It focuses on objective measurement and statistical analysis to test the theories and hypotheses. These theories mainly focus on objective measurement. It means numerical measurement rather than non-numerical. It uses numerical measurements to test hypotheses and theories. Third one is mixed method research. Mixed method research combines both qualitative research and quantitative research approach with a single study to gain a more comprehensive understanding of research problems. In this mixed method, we use both qualitative research techniques and quantitative research techniques to get comprehensive understanding of the research problem. Fourth one is basic research. It is also known as pure or fundamental research. Basic research is also known as pure research or fundamental research. It is a type of scientific inquiry focuses on expanding knowledge and understanding of a fundamental problem, fundamental principles and phenomena without a specific immediate practical application in mind. In pure research, it is mainly focuses on, it is a scientific inquiry focuses on expanding knowledge. We are using this study to expand our knowledge and understanding fundamental phenomena, fundamental principles without an specific or immediate practical application. It was studying it was expanding knowledge through understanding. That was the basic research. Fifth one is applied research. It is a type of research that focuses on solving practical real world problems. It is mainly, as its name suggests, it was used for application purpose for solving practical and real world problems. It uses existing knowledge and techniques to address the specific issues or improve existing products, process or services. It uses our existing knowledge and techniques to practical application to solve that problem. It was in practical research we uses our question to solve the real life problems, solving practical and real life problems. Sixth one is exploratory research. Exploratory research is a preliminary type of research conducted to gain a better understanding of purely defined problem or topic. Exploratory research we used to conduct study on understanding a purely defined problem or topic. It is used when little is known about a subject and the goal is to generate ideas, formulate hypotheses and identify key variables for the future more in-depth research. This type of research is used to understand some issue in more detail. If we know it is little, we need to generate more ideas, formulate hypotheses and identify key variables. In the research, we use explorative research. Seventh one is descriptive research. It aims to systematically describe the characteristics of a population or phenomena. It focuses on what is happening rather than why and use methods like surveys, observations and case study to gather data and provide a detailed picture. In this descriptive research, we used to used this method to describe the characteristics of a population or phenomena. We say that it was descriptive to find its characteristics. It focuses on what was happening, what was inside it, what was the characteristics of it. We use methods like survey, observation, case study for gathering data and detailed explanation. Eighth one is correlational research. It is a type of non-experimental research method that examines the statistical relationship between two or more variables. Correlational research, it is a non-experimental research. It focuses on to study the statistical relationship between two or more variables. That was correlational research. Ninth one is explanatory research. It aims to understand the reason why something happens, focusing on establishing cause and effect relationship between variables. In explanatory research, we focuses on the cause and effect relationship between variables. It seeks to explain the mechanism behind observed phenomena, often building up of existing knowledge or theories. This type of research goes beyond simply describing a solution. It deals how and why of events. In explanatory research, it focuses on the cause and effect relationship between different variables, and we are more emphasis on getting more and more ideas, and it focuses on the questions like how and why that was happened. That was explanatory research. 10th one is historical research. Historical research is a systematic investigation of the past using primary and secondary sources to understand and interpret the events, peoples and ideas. As the name suggests, that historical research proves that it was surveying the past events using primary and secondary data, understanding the past events, peoples and ideas. That was historical research. 11th one is experimental research. It is a scientific method where research manipulate one or more independent variables to determine their effect on dependent variables while controlling for extraneous factors. In experimental research, we are manipulating one or two independent variables to determine its effect on dependent variables. How its relationship have happened. We are manipulating some 2 or 3 independent variables to find out what was the impact on other dependent variables. 12th one is action research. It is a collaborative, participatory and cyclical research approaches focuses on solving practical problems, particularly in social settings like education. It emphasizes on the integration of research and action to improve practical and achieve meaningful change. In action research, it is a collaborative and participatory cyclical research approach. It focuses on solving practical problems, particularly in social setting like education. In education, we are using solving practical problems. We use action research. In this research, we are doing what we was studied that its practical application was happened in this because its name says that it was action research. It was the action, collaboration and participatory and cyclical research. It focuses on research and action to improve the practical and achieve meaningful change. What was the changes happened after doing that action? That was action research. 13th one is conceptual research. It is a type of research that focuses on ideas, theories and abstract concepts rather than collecting or analyzing empirical data. As its name suggests, that it focuses on understanding the concept rather than collecting or investigating empirical data. It was name suggests that it was focusing on studying ideas, theories or abstract concepts. 14th one is empirical research. It is a way of gaining knowledge through direct observation or experience. As its name suggests, that it was conducting experience and direct observation. It relies on evidence gathering from real world observations and experiments rather than relying on the theory or speculative alone. It was focusing on conducting experiments and direct observation, collecting evidence from real world to understand the study. As its name says, that it was direct observation and experience It was collecting data for experiment and so taking evidence from the real world. 15th one is longitudinal research. It involves observing the same subject repeatedly over an extended period, sometimes spanning years or even decades. In longitudinal research, we are conducting same subject study repeatedly after a specific period. Sometimes it happen years and years. Maybe it leads to the research to decades. Same subject, same research is conducted on different time periods. Maybe it will continue to even spanning of years or even decades. 16th one is cross-sectional research. It is a type of observational study that analyzes data from a population at a single point of time. In cross-sectional research, we collect observational data only in a single population at single time. We are collecting only one time the data for study. That was cross-sectional research. 17th one is case study research. It is a qualitative research approach focuses on an in-depth analysis of a specific subject within its real-world context. In case study research, we are focusing on a specific study. We are studying in-depth in that study and taking data and analyzing that specific study. In this method, rely on various data collection techniques such as interview, observation, document analysis to provide comprehensive understanding of the case. In this case study research, we use different methods to collect data, including interview, observation, document analysis, etc. In this case study research, we are in-depth study on a specific topic in a specific case study using the methods like interview, observation, document analysis, and providing comprehensive understanding of the case. That was case study method. From here, we already completed the second module of research aptitude, that is different types of research, and we combined the first module and second module in this section together. In first module, we know that there is one topic was types of research. In second module, it also has types of research. We combined these two modules together in this class. That was types of research. If you found this section helpful in any way, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.